Welcome to the Cannon Crew podcast. I'm Grant, and I'm joined here by my fellow co-host Ryan Martin. Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing good, Grant. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So let's spend a couple minutes talking about the Battery. I have two things to talk about in the last match. That was number one, Cal Jennings. Number two, Cal Jennings. What a way to come back. Put some balls in the back of the net.
Both first half goals too. You gotta love that. Gotta love to start out hot too.
Man, it was a fantastic match. It was fun to watch. It was fun to be there. It was completely the opposite of the first match. So I think the players look so much better. They look so much more relaxed and working with each other. And so I look forward to this coming weekend, which is North Carolina.
Yep, North Carolina on the road. Little Carolina Derby action going on. I believe it's when they visit us is when the trophy will be presented, if I'm not mistaken. I believe we still hold the trophy from last year.
I think you're absolutely right, because I'll show a picture on Instagram here a little bit later, maybe tomorrow, where we store the trophies. Apparently, it's kind of a strange spot. I'm sure it was just there for one day, but I got a picture of it. Like, the biggest news is West Ashley went tonight over a great team, Manning. Thank you, Manning, for driving 90 minutes to come to West Ashley to play. Well, it didn't turn out very well for them, but it turned out very well for West Ashley. So what's your thoughts on the match, Coach Ryan?
All in all, I think it was a good match. Again, we just have to work on starting out the game on our toes and not, taking us about 5 minutes to get into a game. That's what we're going to work on going forward, especially more communication out of the back coming from the keepers, especially.
Yeah, because I turn around, walk upstairs, and all of a sudden I hear a goal. Often it's in the back of our net. Like the first 30 seconds. If our back line was a little bit better, they'd be all right. What do you think, our special guest, left back?
I mean, got to work on the defensive sheet, kind of let a gap in the back line. That shouldn't have happened. We just got to keep everyone tucked in and communicate. Most important thing is communication.
So when that ball went in the back of the net for Manny, what were you thinking?
It's like, shit. What are we doing?
All of us were. So I was walking up the things with a sheriff's deputy walking for us. We both turned to each other. Went, what just happened? We just got here. But then the tide turns.
Yeah.
Yep. Turned. Had our freshman keeper starting in net for us, which was a good start for him. But again, I'm trying to get that fight into a lot of our keepers right now, which is that urgency and, the need to not have that ball, or, the want to not have that ball in the back of your net. Of course, it's your job as a keeper to keep the ball out of there. But I want to see if that ball does go in the back of the net, the reaction. I want to see the fire, the passion coming out, because the defense should have absolutely have been grilled by the keeper. And I would have supported it. I would have backed the keeper up and would have grilled the defense too. But it's hard to do that as a coach when your players don't show that. So it was kind of frustrating when we got that goal scored on us. Everyone's head just went to that blank ghost look, like what just happened.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking, right? All of a sudden you think you're going to all sit here and you're down to 1-0. They turned it around. The back four got their shape, and all of a sudden the ball started progressing forward. So, Liam, what do you think about the play on the left side?
I mean, thought we played pretty good all around the field. Nothing special about the left side, really.
Other than you were on the side.
Well, yeah, I was on the side.
Well, I will say, I know Manning is not the strongest team. They're a double. I think they're 2A high school team. They don't have a very deep bench. Their focus probably that there's more, American football than soccer. And I understand that. I will say that a lot of the players start tonight looked really sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Passing was done very well, nice and crisp, and moved the ball faster than I think sometimes than other players do in other games. And also just the reception of the ball, nice touches, not a whole lot bouncing off. It looked very sharp for a bunch of young men. First thing, right?
I do think that.
So what else, Mr. Liam Mitchell? What else do you find out about the game? Because you played left back for a little bit on the first half, and then you got to move around a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think of those positions?
I've always played left back, so I'm always going to enjoy that. It's my position. But they moved me to winger for a few minutes, or a lot of minutes actually. Really enjoyed that. I love attacking. I love attacking, especially when you're a midfielder. So just really enjoyed it today. Love being out there.
Yeah, I like you had some great. As left back, you had some great overlapping runs. You were calling for the ball a couple times. When you got there on winger, you got the box, and it looked like you were not used to be in the box. So you need to box a little more, maybe. And so that way you don't have to take that second touch. You just whack the crap out of the ball, and hopefully it goes in the back of the net. Ryan, what was your thoughts?
No, I think Liam played quite well, especially when he got his moments playing at winger. But again, when we have the opportunity when we're driving at goal as a winger, just to make sure that you're available, at least making your run from that back post to middle of the goal. A lot of players in high school right now make such a narrow run or just a straight run. They'll either just run straight to the front post or they'll run and overrun the ball. If you lag your run and start from the back post and kind of work towards the middle of the goal, you're going to be in the right position every time. I thought we all thought you scored the goal at the end, but then we realized it was Hudson. We were all rooting for you to score.
So the other thing I noticed is we had some players spend a lot of time getting offside calls against them. And I noticed that Leon came up to that line where he was about to get offside. He kind of cut his angles a little bit, so he stayed onside until the ball was set up for him. So I thought that was pretty good. And I shout out to Hudson because he called me the GOAT after the match. He says, "Hey, Brad, the GOAT." Thank you, Hudson. Appreciate it. So anything else? Any last thoughts, Leo, about your the game tonight?
No. Covered it all.
Covered it all. Got all little events.
No, all 80 minutes.
Now, I have to mention one of the ARs is fantastic. He's also a gooner, and he hangs out, drinks pints with me at the Brewing Company when Arsenal's playing. And so he said, I said, as my son actually goes, yeah, I'll call fouls as often as I can. Okay, what else you got? Ryan, you talk a little bit about North Carolina a little bit more?
Yeah. North Carolina right now, they're pretty mid right now, as in they're up and down. They were 1-1-1 across all competitions right now. First game coming out being a draw against Pittsburgh, then a loss 2-1 to Loudoun County, who's actually having a very surprising start to their season. Being at the top of the league right now, their first loss just being handed to them by Louisville. And then North Carolina did win on the road to Tulsa 1-0. And Tulsa, again, is one of those bottom West teams at the moment currently. I think it's going to be a good battle. Again, we do battle well in North Carolina, or North Carolina battles well against us, obviously at their home. The last two times we faced against them, we've drawn 0-0. So I'm hoping we can get another clean sheet while we're up there. But hopefully bag in at least one or two while we're up there.
Absolutely. And I think there's a couple of sport fans traveling up there. You're going to grab a van or whatever. So hopefully we'll see them on whoever's broadcasting it. And anything else, Mr. Mitchell? And Liam says, nope. Ryan, that's all I got. Short one tonight. We had a bye week this week, and we didn't really cover anything from the match last weekend or weekend before. We just want to jump on here and let everybody know that we're still alive and kicking, and we're going to kick out another one after this match, which is a away match. I don't know for sure where the watch party is going to be.
No, watch party is Holy City Brew, $6 pints.
$6 pints.
Yep.
And they do serve. I am an Edmonds Oaks Brewing Company guy. I might stop by for a couple of pints. Just to hang out.
They're not showing the games, though.
Yeah. Oh, they're not showing the game, too. Edmonds Oaks?
That's what I heard. That's what I
It'll be
heard.
showing. It'll be showing. Let me tell you. Okay.
So-
That's all I got.
hey, next home game, Tampa Bay Rowdies, April 5th. Come out to Patriots Point.
Ooh. Is that another trophy on that one?
No,
Or is that just a Ringer Derby?
that's our regular rivalry derby match. But the next time we play Tampa will be at home. And that one will be in the Jägermeister Cup match.
Jägermeister Cup.
Yeah, Meister.
Sure, kid. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. We'll see you later.
Like,